One thing you guys got to know about me is I love this game. Like, I really love this game. And there's a lot of chit-chatter going around about San Antonio Spurs and Wembanyama and this year going from 10-1, or let's say 10-2. Where do I start? Start with game one. Everyone said that was a bad game from Wemby. He had 12 blocks, did what he needed to do on the defensive end after having a really, really shitty night. Him and Castle had a little chuckle on the bench because they lost by 2 points and they knew they had the worst game they had all season. So, you throw that away. As a team, you go to practice, you figure out how to get back on track. What's back on track? 39-15? Is that back on track?
Yes.
But that comes to after Mr. Skip Bayless said that Wemby was half of a player.
In game one, after game one.
Interesting. Half of a player comes
What
back.
did he shoot that night? 5 of 7?
Yeah, 5
Did you
of
see him establish any paint presence?
No. But half of a player means he still has half of the game to dominate, right? And did he break a record that game? I think he broke a record or something. But the team, has to show up too. But in game 2, I think he was like more than half of a player, showed up. Not only did he show up, he showed out. And you look at the Minnesota Timberwolves, you could say they should deserve to be swept after they put out Mr. Burpin' Babies. And Mr. Burpin' Babies is now picking up horse shit, trying to figure out what the smell is coming from. And now you go into game 3 and you say, all right, what's going on here? What happens in game 3? Why do we drop game 3? Well, the Wolves are clawing and biting and getting on my fucking nerves, and I gotta send a message. That message should tell you I'm more than half of a player, more than half of anything. I'm everything this league needs. So you talk about MVP voting. How do you vote for an MVP when he leads his team to victory based on the fact that this guy can be in the game, score 27 and 15, and try to figure out why the other team can't score. 27 and 15 and the other team can't score. Every time I check in the game, they're terrified. Every time I go out, they go to the rim. They drive to the paint. This is different for me. I'm seeing greatness right in front of our eyes, and everybody wants to try to discredit it. It's kind of great because we love the challenge. We love the challenge. Victor Wembanyama did exactly what he had to do, and I think everybody else rallied around him. Dylan Harper, Carter Bryant, Stephon Castle, De'Aaron Fox, Luke Cornett, everybody showed up to play because their leader shows passion and resilience. And regardless of what anybody can think, it takes a lot of fucking cojones to come into a game 5 after I think you said that they can't shake. Spurs can't shake the T-Wolves. Seemed like they Harlem shook their ass right off of there. Shook them right off, right? So to me, if you're watching the game from a certain lens, you see the team is playing a certain style of basketball to adapt to how they're going to play. And once we start playing our basketball, nobody can touch us. Making shots.
So you agree with me that Spurs should have swept the T-Wolves, right?
No, the T-Wolves are the T-Wolves, 2-time conference finals.
Yes, I agree that they should have swept them.
Thank you.
They definitely
Without
fight.
without
Thank you.
They're
best
definitely
players.
going to fight.
They couldn't have swept them because they didn't win game 1.
No, but they should have.
That's what I'm saying.
With the lesser team, yes, they should have swept them.
Say it again, Josiah. Shoulda, coulda.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. But the Wolves are the Wolves, and Ant-Man is Ant-Man. You're never going to count Ant-Man out and say he should get swept when we do this, and this is your first time here. Welcome to the dinner party.
Yeah, I watched them go down gentlemen swept last year by the Thunder, the conference finals, right?
It's conference finals, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, 2 years in a row.
Right, and the year before that,
years in a row.
the OKC Thunder got put out by the Dallas Mavericks, Luka Doncic, overweight Luka.
The baby Thunder did
More to love.
2 years ago. That's true.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, his body bags and toe tags,
Yeah.
you know, you haven't been introduced to that yet.
Can you defend your man Victor for game 1, 0 for 8 from 3? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I can defend that. 12 blocks.
Yeah. 0 for 8.
12 blocks, man.
I ain't gonna front them.
At the end of the day, man,
Rashad
Victor
was more-
Wembanyama is going to surpass all the expectations that he needs to be the face of the NBA and the MVP of this league.
Yeah. I think you should save your body bag for the next round for your Spurs.
We
That's what
did
you
all
should
we
do.
needed to do to get to this part. Like, if the Spurs get to the conference finals, for the,
Yeah.
being Wemby's first time getting there, I mean, there's a lot of legs in here. There's Brandon legs in here. There's
Very,
Kenyon
very
arms in here.
ergonomical body bag.
Some lot of shit in here. Stephen A's in here. You missed that. Yeah. But now I get to put Skip in here. I get to put Skip in the body bag.
Yeah. When is this?
Yeah, what time is it?
Yeah.
I guess when they win it all, I guess they gotta win it all to be in that bag.
Nah, you just gotta keep.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta win it all to be in the bag.
Keep building your resume. Keep building the resume of all the things that don't go your way. It's game one. It's game one. Game one is game one. Going to game 6 now. Not only do we have to back it up, but we ain't really seen a problem. You guys barely beat us. Without our guy on the floor.
Well, Minnesota, the games y'all won, just get to the paint. Just get to the paint.
Or just try to get my guy rattled so he can knock your ass out and get ejected.
I mean, or that too. I mean,
Wemby
that's
said,
part, I mean,
learn
that's
from
the
that
game plan.
mistake, will no longer succumb to rage baiting. Him and Ayo Dosunmu had a little situation.
That horse shit, Jokic pick it up. That's $1 million.
What makes this Spurs storyline so fascinating is that the debate has moved beyond whether Victor Wembanyama deserves attention and toward how much longer people can overlook what he is doing right in front of them. After all, Game 1 seemed to hand critics the perfect talking point when Wembanyama missed all 8 of his three-point attempts and San Antonio dropped the game by 2, which immediately sparked plenty of negative reactions. Yet, when you step back and remember he still finished with 12 blocks, that performance suddenly looks far less disastrous than many wanted to make it seem. The Spurs understood they had not played anywhere near their best basketball, and with Wemby and Castle even joking about it on the bench, they clearly were not letting one result shake their confidence. Then Game 2 arrived, and instead of simply responding to the criticism, Wembanyama shifted the entire discussion surrounding him. By the next matchup, he was putting up 27 points and 15 rebounds, while opponents were having a hard time generating offense whenever he was on the court. That is what gets overlooked when people focus only on shooting numbers or one rough outing. His influence stretches across both ends of the floor because teams hesitate to attack the rim when he is there, and the moment he sits down, those opportunities suddenly become available again. That is exactly why MVP conversations continue following him around. When a player scores, rebounds, protects the basket, alters opposing game plans, and helps his team bounce back from adversity, he is affecting nearly every aspect of winning basketball. At the same time, San Antonio was getting major contributions from more than just Wembanyama, as Dylan Harper, Carter Bryant, Stephen Castle, De'Aaron Fox, Luke Kornet, and others all elevated their play. That's important because the Spurs were not succeeding through one player carrying everyone else. They were growing into a complete team together. Once San Antonio settled into its preferred style and started knocking down shots, Minnesota no longer had complete control over how the series was being played. The Timberwolves continued battling, Anthony Edwards remained a major factor, and that is why claims that they should have been swept ignore everything Minnesota has already accomplished. This is still a team that has reached the conference finals twice and repeatedly proven it can survive difficult situations when expectations are low. From San Antonio's side, though, the lesson is straightforward. One loss does not cancel out everything that follows. Playoff success is not built by demanding flawless basketball from the opening tip, especially when a team responds positively after facing adversity. Now the spotlight gets even brighter because the jokes, predictions, and criticism are already circulating, with figures like Skip becoming part of the discussion as everyone watches to see what Wembanyama does next. That changes the pressure entirely because this is no longer about proving a point in a debate. The goal now is continuing to stack wins. The Spurs have already quieted one criticism after another, and the next step is strengthening the case people keep making about their potential. Nobody is denying that Game 1 happened, that the shooting struggles were real, or that the loss counted. What carries equal weight, though, is the way San Antonio answered afterward, because neither Wembanyama nor the team appeared shaken by the setback. They responded, they made adjustments, they kept moving forward. And if that pattern continues, the doubts about whether Wembanyama can handle this environment will become increasingly difficult to justify. Maybe that is the real takeaway from all of this. Judging the Spurs based solely on one bad performance misses the larger picture, because if Wemby continues dominating defensively, the supporting cast keeps contributing, and San Antonio keeps finding consistency, then the discussion is no longer about whether this team belongs. The conversation becomes how deep this Spurs run can actually be.